fight from the last couple of fights? You say you're always looking to get better. What do you want to do better in this
You
fight?
know, like right now I got more discipline for prepare, and I think so. I can see next fight how I should to be better, you know, from the last fight, because last fight I didn't like how I fought the last fight against Pascal, because it was a lot of mistakes in my preparation. But right now already clean up everything, you know, like, and I have a focus, and will be much better.
Sergey, I'm just wondering if you had a chance to see Andre Ward's fight and what you thought about his performance, his comeback. He's talked about moving up to 175 pounds, how you see a potential fight with him.
You know, we should and we're gonna to speak about Andre Ward when he will be in 175. Right now it's like an empty word.
Did you watch the fight?
Huh?
Did you watch him fight?
Did you watch his fight with Smith?
No, I didn't.
Let's talk about another opponent that is at 175 that the people want to see you fight, and you yourself have expressed that you want to step into the ring with Adonis Stevenson. Talk to us about Adonis Stevenson.
Adonis Stevenson, Adonis piece of shit Stevenson. Like that is right.
Well, why though? Why do you get like that?
Why?
Because you're very respectful with other people, but him, it seems like
he's running from me.
Calls himself Superman.
Welcome to HBO and fight. I put 3 titles. He put 1 title. And split the purse 50-50. It's more than fair.
Do you think you have to fight him in order for us to find out who's the best 175 pounder today?
My next opponent, who is deserved to fight with me, and
Он говорит, ты должен боксировать его, доказать, что ты самый лучший.
Кого забоксировать?
Стивенсона. Ты должен его боксировать, доказать, что ты самый лучший. Он должен тебя...
I think so. I already... Как доказать? Доказать, как слово сказать?
I already proved.
Yeah, I already proved who I am, you know, and I'm ready to fight with him, who is my next opponent, who is like on the top of rank in light heavy, you know.
What do you think it'll take to make that fight happen?
I hope that this fight someday will be.
Do you going to have to give him 80% of the purse, or I mean, what is it going to take to make that fight happen, in your opinion?
I don't think 80% will work.
No, I know. I'm joking.
Yeah, I think so.
80% won't work. 95%.
95% not gonna
So
work.
basically what he's saying is, will you cater to his demands like Pacquiao did to Mayweather in order to make the fight happen against Adonis Stevenson?
We're not chasing the war, Adonis Stevenson.
It's already not my job, you know, like, I'm ready to the fight, but he's not ready. Everybody understands this, who understand in the boxing. For him, this is business, you know, like, and he's right now under El Hyman, who don't give maybe him to fight with me, you know, I don't know. It's not my job, I don't care. But he has just this thing that I want to get, you know, like WBC title. But he's avoiding and still running from me to save and to continue to be champion and get more money for his career, you know, like for his life, or I don't know for what. I don't care, but I'm ready to fight, you know, like it's my statement, official statement. I want to fight with any champion, but he's right now champion is Adonis Stevenson.
You say you want the WBC. Growing up as a kid, I know you watched Mohammadi, and that's the belt that he always had, the WBC. How important is it for you to obtain the WBC title?
Я его не понял.
Он говорит, что WBC это как бы один из самых лучших в твоей версии поясов, потому что там Мухаммад Али имел его. И то, что ты стремишься сейчас получить WBC title еще.
No, it's not 34 that is the most, from most opinions, that is the best belt, you know. I think so. All belts is like even, you know, because 4 divisions, 4 titles, like for me even. But why I want to get this, because I want to get all and to make like a history for me myself and for Russia. Yeah, because in Russia never been who had the 4 titles. I wanted to be first in Russia who has 4 titles. It's my goal.
So
But-
there's plenty of other light heavyweights that are either pretty big right now, very big, or younger ones that are coming up that all will represent big challenges for you. But to you, it's more important to get the WBC belt than to fight maybe some of the other good light heavyweights.
Name it, good one.
They're too young. What's the kid's name?
Beterbiev?
What's the kid?
Beterbiev.
Beterbiev, yeah.
Yeah.
That,
From Russia?
Talk to Alheim.
Yeah, better be
Yeah, I
from
know.
Russia.
That's why I
Yeah,
didn't bring it
but
up.
Why do you bring it up?
he 2 times Olympics boxer, you know, like he was in Olympic Games, but he didn't show. He showed nothing there because trainers made a big mistake that they got his on the Olympic Games. We was like a concurrence, you know, like, and head coach chose Beterbiev to the Olympic Games, to the World Cup, you know, like it's okay. I didn't lose hope and still to fight, and when I already understood that I see nothing in future if I will stay as an amateur fighter, I turn to pro, you know, because it's like a big corruption there.
Would you ever like to defend your titles in Russia? Would you ever like to fight in Russia?
Yeah,
Yes?
yeah, I would like. I would
On each-
like, but it's task of time.
How much future do you have in the light heavyweight division, being that you're a rather big or light heavyweight? Do you think maybe potential moves to cruiserweight will be possible one day?
Right now, I don't think about move to up, but everything can happen. It depends how many years I will be in the boxing. You know, like if it will be for the 40, maybe yes, and 40 already will be hard to make 175. But right now, it's not a problem.
I ask because the big names don't want to step into the ring with you, like Stevenson. Ward won't move up to 175, but he's been questioning your resume throughout the whole time. So that's why I ask if a potential move to cruiserweight just to maybe win another title in the second division is possible.
There is no names at the cruiserweight too. Why
You know,
to go there?
like,
Who's in the cruiserweight?
yeah, we can make in cruiserweight very interesting division if I will turn to cruiserweight, because when I started to be a professional boxer, 175 was a very poor division, you know, like, but right now it's very interesting. A lot of fighters came, follow me.
Yeah.
They follow me really.
So let me ask you this then, Sergey. You don't want to see as a challenge to yourself to see if you can win another title in a different division?
Ты не хочешь как бы доказать себе, что ты можешь даже и в другой категории весовой выиграть пояс?
Right now, no, because I have and still have goal in light heavyweight. It's like my 4th title, and you know, for example, right now, for Mohammadi, it's like not very interesting fight for everybody, right? But I could to make more interesting fight if I left this IBF title like a vacate, yeah, and get another fighter, yes, and get more money. But I not follow for money. I put my goal.
Undisputed.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I left my goal in my head, And okay, I will get less money for this fight because less interesting from the boxing world, you know, like, and follow for WC for 4.
Is there a creative way that you could get through all the politics and the bad business side of it to help Sergey get the fights that he and the fans want to see? Are there some avenues available to you that you're trying to pursue that go beyond the norm?
You know, nothing you can do, and you know, the worst thing what's going to happen if you're going to start chasing something into that in that way. For example, I'll give you Sergey was mandatory for IBF for Bernard Hopkins, but we didn't know what's going to happen. We didn't know if Hopkins was going to fight him at that point or not, and the opportunity came out to go to Wales and fight Cleverly and grab a WBO title. So we didn't blink a minute. So we said, okay, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen, but this is for sure. We can fight for the title. We go there, that direction. Boxing, I don't have to tell you guys. You know better. Changing not every day, but it can be changed every hour. So we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
You know,
Because it's your job to keep him from getting frustrated.
Of course, and
So it
you know,
really falls to you to try
our
to
job
find a
is to
way.
keep him happy,
Yeah.
to keep him fighting, get him opponents, which one's available, and not chase what it is. But we all have, as a team, Crusher Kovalev team, we all have in mind what the main thing is to get him undisputed. And if it's an opportunity come out, anyhow, including with our network, what we have a multi-fight agreement, HBO, Cafe Duva, main events, Sergey Kovalev, myself, that's what we're going to be looking for, getting him a 4th title.
Have you talked to Mauricio Sulaiman about this?
He would love to have Sergey on his list, of course. He would love to do it, but
He
you know we
force
can't go.
Stevenson.
We can't go. Yeah, he couldn't force Stevenson, and he actually ordered a purse bid, but we can't because we have a multi-fight agreement with HBO. And why would want to go for the one fight, for the one title, lose the opportunity to be with monster HBO boxing? So it wouldn't be fair for him.
Did you watch the Andre Ward fight? Sergey said he did. Did you?
I did, of course. I
What
watched
did
all the
you
fights.
think? What did you think?
Well, no, he's interesting. He's a different kind of like fighter. Yeah, he's good. He's a good fighter.
You know,
He's a good
Do
fighter.
you foresee that? Do you foresee that down the road? Do you?
Yes, I do.
Ward has been.
That probably will be a biggest fight for Sergey, and that probably fight will go, worth it to go on a pay-per-view, and yeah, no problem. That's I think if he is going to come up, that's what we're going to be aiming for.
Are you going to fight at 68 or
No, 175. But there's no way we're going to go down to 168.
Ward hasn't fought much this past 2 years, but he's been questioning everyone's resume, from Golovkin's to Kovalev's resume. What words would you like to share with Ward on that, being that he hasn't fought much, but he's questioning both?
Be a man, come in the 175 and we'll fight. He fought 172. It's 3 pounds away.
Kovalev, what would you like to tell Ward about questioning yours and Golovkin's resume?
Что ты хочешь сказать, Ворд?
Ворду.
Ward questioning your resume, yours and Golovkin, being that he hasn't
Он
fought much
спрашивает,
in the
как бы,
past
знаешь,
2
за
years.
тебя, за Головкина, что ты хочешь, какие слова ты хочешь ему передать?
What can I say? Just good luck to guys, to both, to Gennady. I respect both as fighters, as I don't.
Ward has questioned your and Golovkin's resume.
Ворд спрашивает про твою и про Головкина историю, как бы, он рассматривает, что ты хочешь сказать Ворду, не Головкину, а Ворду.
That he's a superior fighter to you.
I think that he get the right choice, and we're gonna fight on HBO, pay-per-view. It's like I would to fight, right? I would to fight with the best opponents, and make boxing more interesting for the fans, for the people who love boxing.
Was it your highest?
Not like that as Stevenson making.
Igis, when was the last time you had a conversation with the other side about trying to make that fight with Stevenson happen?
I don't talk. The manager talks Kafi, so probably
Yeah,
would
so
be,
you-
yeah.
you never had a communication with him?
I never talk to other side.
Mhm.
Was
So,
defeating Hopkins?
That's a managers. I mean, that's a promoters.
Would you consider your highest moment in your career to date defeating Bernard Hopkins, who was a legend, arguably the best boxer of our lifetime?
Хапкинс был самый лучший боксер в твоей карьере. Что ты думаешь, как бы легендарный?
You know, he was, I can say, is the best, but not is the most dangerous. You know, like, and fight with him was mentally, like, psychology very hard. You know, like I should have control, all my prepare to the fight and all fight also. But for another, my opponents, it's like I didn't my prepare as a
Preparation was
preparation
100%
to
for Hopkins.
Bernard Hopkins, right? It's like two different things was because I fought with the legend of the boxing and pushed me really hard, right?
Oh.
And also my wife was pregnant. I thought
Oh.
about this situation too. You know, it was a war in my head. You know, like,
Yeah.
and I won. It's like I proud for me myself that I worked good and I did a good job in me myself.
So if that didn't distract you, nothing will, right?
Yeah.
You know, with your wife's pregnancy and fighting a guy like Hopkins who loves to get into.
Yeah, you know,
his
like
opponent's
I
head.
thought about my family and
Yeah.
prepare to the fight, you know. Like, and when my son was born, I didn't see his 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You
So you
know,
must laugh when Stevenson
Yeah.
like calls you out and stuff because what's that guy gonna say that you haven't heard before, right? You never worry about Stevenson, but he talks, right, about it. About saying that you
I
don't want
told
to fight.
didn't worry about Stevenson, you know. Like I worry about only that he has it.
Yeah.
Stevenson is easy job, easy work. It's like easy fight.
How is it balancing being a father now and being one of the top boxers in the sport? How is that balancing act?
Не понял.
Как тебе сейчас быть, как Иры, папе и боксеру самому лучшему? Как ты себя чувствуешь?
No, I don't feel that I'm best. It's like, if your opinion is, it's thank you very much, you know. But I'm happy that I have not a daughter and son. It's like was my dream too, you know, like. And thank you, thanks a lot to my wife and to God, you know, for my son Alexander and.
Have you-
Next will be, I think so. Sorry. Next will be, I think so. Daughter, yeah. It's like will be a very good complex in my family.
If Alexander wants to box when he grows up, would you let him box?
No.
No boxing for Alexander.
I don't want to push him, you know. I don't want to push him, but I will teach him how he should be fighting and throw the jab, you know. It's like just for him defense and to be and feel as a real man. Maybe it's the most bad day was in my career when I got the news that my opponent is died, you know, like it's in Russia. It broke me as for some time as a boxer. I thought very long time, I don't remember already, like maybe 3 months, that I should to start again, continue my career or no, you know. It's like with support of my team and my friends, I got and decided to continue my career for me, myself, and for him, you know, like. And it's like
It's something you don't ever forget, huh?
no, I didn't forget.
No,
Sure.
but like, do you still think about it?
Sure. When I go when I go to the ring in the fight or sparring, I make it. I think about that I can be there too. You know, it's very uncomfortable moment.
I guess outside of that, what about as a manager? What was the toughest point at which you realized it's tough to move a Russian fighter who doesn't know English yet?
about the 17 fights away, and I was running into situations where calling, trying to get matchmakers around the country and trying to get the next fight for Sergey, and I start hearing numbers like, well, we're not gonna fight him, at least we're gonna get paid $25,000-$30,000, and I'm not a promoter, and now it's coming out of my pocket, and every time I go with him to the fight, it costs me like $25,000-$30,000, and we're getting nowhere, like a banging in the wall. And I called Don Turner, who is still a very good friend of mine, and he gave us first steps. And I said, Don, what? I'm not taking no more. And he goes like, you must be crazy. That was a point.
What does that mean? Because a lot of fans don't get that. What does that mean that you had to go out buying fights like that?
What do you mean?
The opponents wanted $25,000 so before you hooked up on main events, because that career skyrocketed. You guys came up.
Well, what I was trying to do all the time, I was trying to get us to bring us into the fight as opponent. We wanted to come as opponent, pay us little money, fly us there. But all I was hearing, we can give you a spot, but you bring your own opponent, you bring you fly your opponent in. We can get your opponent, but you have to cover it because promoters, they're not paying for it. So that's what I ended up in doing it.
Kovalev states that he always had a vision of being at this point in your career at the top of boxing, one of the main attractions. Now, when did you realize you were actually going to be able to accomplish that? Was it when you were the underdog against Nathan Keverly and you stopped him? Was that a point, a fight where you realized that you could be one of the top boxers in the sport?
When I was on the plane going to Wales, I already knew we're bringing a title back. I had like 100%, I was 100% sure. Of course, it could be happen injury, but I was thinking like, if a fight is gonna go on, we're bringing that title no matter what. I didn't see nothing special in the Cleverly, absolutely.
What about Kovalev? Was that a moment, Kovalev, for you when you beat Keverly, being that you were the underdog in that fight, that Keverly was being the next, United Kingdom
Ты понял, что твоя карьера уже начинается, как победил Cleverly, когда стал первый раз чемпион?
I think so that I understand that my career is growing up when I signed with Katie Dua contract. It's like she started to make
big fights
for me, good fights with good opponents, and on TV is the most important in the boxing, right? And
was Cleverly the moment where you realized that I can be in big fights and I can be a
I didn't watch on the Clever as a fighter. I watched it for this fight.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because he has a title.
Yeah.
And it's the most important what I should to get, Like I don't care who behind this title, who's the owner on that moment for this title, Like, I flew to United Kingdom for this title, even.
Sergey, now that you're a father and you're a family man, have you considered how much longer you want your career to go? Is there a time when you're thinking maybe it'll be enough, I have my kids?
No, I will try, and I would like to be as long how I can, as I can, to be boxer, and because this for me hard work, hard job, but it's making me happy. It's I have always new goals for each fight, and after each fight I have new goals, and it's like making new ways.
Retirement is not anywhere in your mind?
Right now, no. I don't think about it.
Good.
And maybe this fight can happen, and I'll be very glad.
Sergey, let me ask you this. We all seem to think that you're in your prime right now, but do you feel that you're in your prime right now, or you still feel you haven't peaked yet?
No, you know, like if I understand correct your question, any boxer doesn't have a limit to grow up. You know, like it means if you have some limit and stay on this limit like a long time, you should to change something in your team. Get more some coach for technique, for physique, you know, like you should to changing if you want to grow up more and like be better, and you should to change something in your, you know, like some doctor, maybe some advisor, some coach, some sparring partner.
Have you felt that you leveled out at any point so far? And if you have, when was that where you made changes?
You know, I'm growing up. When I get good opponents, good fighter who fought against me. You know, like right now, everybody is speaking about fight with Andre Ward, right? He's very high resolution fighter, right? It's like a very quality fighter, right? And this fight can show me myself what I can more, you know, like. But right now, I cannot to show. It's like a cover in me inside, because like what I'm doing against these opponents, it's enough. But against like is the much better, much dangerous opponents, like from me inside something opening, and maybe I don't know myself what I have, you know, like it's like it's working when your body, your brain in dangerous situations, you open something new from you by self and for you by self.
Sergey, outside of Darnell Boone, has anybody really won more than 2 rounds against you that you could think of? And we know on official scorecards, but do you feel, has anybody really pushed you outside the first
About
fight?
Darnell Boone, what?
Just the first fight.
Первый бой Дарнелл Буна, кто-нибудь еще больше дал тебе такой, знаешь, как больше, как 2 раунда? Ну почему?
Я не понял.
Because you've gone through with such ease, everybody.
Я не понял.
Он говорит, как бы ты всех нокаутируешь, как бы там 2-3 раунда, да? И кто-нибудь тебе больше дал работать, как Дарнелл Бун за эти, ну...
Yeah, I had the fights longer than 2-4 rounds, you know. In Russia I had one time, one fight, I fought 8 rounds, you know, with the guys, with the one guy, Russian guy, you know. It's everything depends from your preparation, from your prepare for the fight. It's like for the fight against Darnell Boone, it was wrong prepare, and if I look in the ring bad, it means bad prepare. That if was fight very good, like to people, it was good prepare. Right now, I already changed my mind for about my preparation, you know, and after this fight, for last fight against Pascal, I changed a lot of things in my preparation and also in my team, you know, like I add my friend from Russia who is like 3 times Russian championship champion, Alexander. He helped me, and he will be work with me as a sparring partner, and he's with me doing workouts too, you know, together, and it's making something new for me. And
how big are you in Russia, Sergey? How popular are you in Russia? Over here, among boxing fans, you're number 1. You know,
in my city, in my hometown, very popular. You know, in Russia, like people knows who interesting of sport of boxing. You know, like, but not everyone knows me.
I see.
I don't worry. I don't worry about it. So
I
for
see.
me, it's even better than less know. Me, it's like it's a more free time.
Because you have to wait until
Actually,
you have this many
back
fans.
home, you have a very loyal following. They put decals in their car, Crusher with the gloves. How important is that for you, that support, where they have the little gloves hanging out their mirrors, you know? They support you, they buy your merchandise.
Yeah, it's make me happy. It's the first thing, you know, like that, and because people believe me and getting like example from me, you know, like.
Idol.
Oh, he's doing, yeah, he's doing good. He's a champion, you know, like, and I'm gonna be like that. A lot of guys in Russia and maybe in the world, I know, but I heard a lot of words from Russia that, hey, I watch your fight and right now I get my sneakers and go to the run, you know, like, it's like a big motivation for me. It's really like giving and making me happy.
Yeah.
It's like not my time not like a waste, you know.
Yeah.
It's like a working I making right things for me myself and for people. And how I seen that he's uncomfortable, his style uncomfortable, you know, like he's like I even don't I even can't explain, you know, like that. For me, it doesn't matter, you know, like his style. It's my problem. His style. Because he's my next opponent. Right now, I'm working on me myself, and I'm working how I should to win this fight, and I'm doing everything to win this fight, you know, like. And for me, very interesting how. What the result will be of my job in the gym. It's like welcome to Mandalay Bay, July 25th, and I will show what I did in the gym, what will happen.